The chair, Senator Schiff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to follow up on Senator Kennedy's line of question and ask a similar line of yes or no questions just to put a finer point and make sure that your answers are as definitive as they sounded. So let me start with you, Mr. Edlow. Yes or no, would you ever advise the administration that it could ignore or disregard an applicable district court order because you believe the Supreme Court will ultimately overturn it?
Senator, as I said before,
yes, just a yes or no question.
I don't believe I'll ever be
Senator,
in that position.
But you may not. But just like you answered Senator Kennedy, I want to make sure that you were not misleading anyone. So let me ask the question again. Would you ever advise the administration that it could disregard an applicable district court opinion or order because you believe the Supreme Court will ultimately overturn it? Yes or no?
I don't want to speculate, but I can't see a situation where I would advise to not follow a court order.
So your answer is no, you would never advise them to disregard a district court order, even if you thought the Supreme Court
Again,
would
I don't want to
overturn
speak. I don't want to speak.
I just want you to be precise and answer yes or no.
I can't see a time where I would do that. No.
Okay. Mr. Geiser, yes or no?
Thank you very much, Senator Schiff. I would advise clients to follow court orders.
Even if you believe the Supreme Court would ultimately overturn the district court?
Well, Senator, as far as
yes or no?
the answer is the same. The president has said he will follow court orders.
The same answer, yes or no?
Senator, the president has said he will follow.
You were able to answer Senator Kennedy, but I want to make sure that you were not misleading Senator Kennedy. Yes or no, would you ever advise the administration it could ignore a district court order because you believed the Supreme Court would ultimately rule otherwise? Yes or no, would you ever advise them that?
Senator, applicable court orders should be followed.
That's not my question. Yes or no?
Senator, you asked me.
Yes or no, Mr. Geiser? It's a simple question.
Senator?
Mr. Geiser, you were able to answer Senator Kennedy. Are you raising a doubt now about your answers to Senator Kennedy because you can't answer this question?
Senator, I would advise clients to follow applicable court orders.
Is that a yes or no?
I would advise clients to follow applicable.
Is that a yes or no? Let me repeat the question so there's no ambiguity about it. Would you ever advise the administration, you're going to be, if you're confirmed, heading the Office of Legal Counsel that helps determine whether actions are lawless or lawful, would you ever advise the administration that it could ignore an applicable district court opinion or order because you believed the Supreme Court would ultimately overturn the order? Yes or no?
Senator, if I'm confirmed to lead the Office of Legal Counsel,
all right.
I would.
You're not answering the question. So I guess the answer is to Senator Kennedy, you just might advise the administration to ignore a district court order. How about you, counsel?
Thank you, Senator Schiff. In my role as director, I am not
asking yes or no.
Well, I would thank you. I wish to clarify. I'm not, if confirmed, a director. I'm not acting in a legal capacity at all. I'm part of the executive agency branch, and therefore would not be advising clients on any aspects of that.
Well, would it be appropriate, in your view, for anyone else among legal counsel to do so?
In general, court orders should be followed and respected. There are situations which I recall back from law school between branches.
I guess you're not able to answer the question either. Counsel, how about you?
Senator Schiff, thank you. I agree. I don't believe.
Senator Adam Schiff presses legal nominees with tough yes or no questions on whether administrations can ignore court orders and if presidents can accept foreign gifts. The heated exchange reveals evasions, contradictions, and the struggle to give straight answers. The Senate hearing room grows tense as Senator Adam Schiff takes the microphone. With sharp, pointed questions, he zeroes in on a fundamental issue. Can the administration ever ignore a court order? His persistence turns a routine confirmation hearing into a dramatic showdown, exposing the unwillingness of several witnesses to give simple, direct answers. Senator Schiff begins by building on Senator Kennedy's earlier questioning. He poses a straightforward yes or no scenario. Would you ever advise the administration to ignore a district court order because you believe the Supreme Court might overturn it? The witness hesitates, tries to qualify, but Schiff presses harder. His demand for a clear yes or no sets the tone for what becomes a relentless exchange. One by one, Schiff questions the nominees. Mr. Edlow dodges, saying he can't imagine a situation where he would advise ignoring an order. Mr. Geiser fumbles, repeating that applicable court orders should be followed, but refusing to say the words yes or no. Schiff grows sharper, pointing out contradictions between their current answers and their earlier responses to Senator Kennedy. The back and forth reveals just how difficult it is for these witnesses to give a definitive response on the rule of law. Schiff seizes on the hesitation, highlighting the implications. If you cannot answer yes or no, are you leaving the door open for advising the administration to ignore a court order? The witnesses' vague responses, phrases like "it depends" or "I would advise compliance generally," only strengthen Schiff's argument. He makes it clear that such evasions could undermine the very principle that no one is above the law. Schiff pivots to another critical issue, the emoluments clause. He asks bluntly,
to address this hypothetical. At the Department of Justice.
Okay, so you want to revise your answer to Senator Kennedy then? That is, there may be circumstances where you advise the administration to disregard a district court of opinion because you believe the Supreme Court might rule otherwise. Is that your opinion?
As a lawyer, the answer is it depends.
Okay, thank you. Then we'll make sure Senator Kennedy is aware that you just might, it depends, advise the administration to ignore court orders.
Senator,
let me ask another question. Mr. Geiser, would you agree that it would be unlawful for the president to accept a gift from a foreign state without the consent of Congress? Would you agree that's unlawful?
Well, thank you for that question, Senator.
Yes or no?
Whether something is lawful or not, I would always want to look.
I'm just asking you a simple question. Is it unlawful for the president to accept a gift from a foreign state without the consent of Congress? Very simple question.
Senator, as a lawyer, I would always give my...
I'm not asking you for a preamble, just yes or no.
Well, Senator Schiff, it depends on the fact...
Well, Mr. Geiser, where is the depends on the facts of Article 1, Section 9, Clause 8, which says, no person holding any office shall, without consent of Congress, accept any present from any foreign state? That's the Constitution. Doesn't say, well, it depends, or it might, or maybe. It says, no person shall do so. Do you find that ambiguous?
Senator,
I thought you were supposed to be the strict constructionists. This is what the Constitution says. Is there an exception for $400 million planes from Gulf emirs?
Senator,
is there an exception for that?
On behalf of the chair, Senator Schmidt.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I do wonder, though, that whether or not we should set up...
In matters of law, there is no "it depends" when the Constitution speaks plainly. The tense moments of this hearing leave a lasting impression, raising the question of whether those seeking high legal office are truly prepared to defend the rule of law. What do you think? Should witnesses be allowed to hedge on such straightforward constitutional questions? Or should the Senate demand nothing less than clear, unambiguous commitments? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates straight from Capitol Hill.